Okay, well, yet another Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs defensive penalty controversy. Feels like every controversial, defensive penalty, of course, gets blown up because it is Mahomes playing the Chiefs. Obviously, there is that storyline. But the situation is incredibly important to talk about here, as it is a 3rd down and 8, and the Chiefs are outside of field goal range right here. If they don't convert, you have to assume that they are going to punt the ball away, and they didn't convert, but there was a penalty. We're going to show this angle just to see the play a little bit better. Illegal contact is going to be what ended up getting called here. Watch how right when this play begins. So you see the contact happens right here. And there's a couple things worth noting. One thing I think is very important to note is this is not more than 5 yards down the field at this point. It's close, but it is not more than 5 yards down the field. So looking at the rule, which is within the 5-yard zone, if the player who receives the snap remains in the pocket with the ball, meaning if Mahomes still has the football and is in the pocket, which he does, a defender may not make original contact in the back of a receiver, nor may he maintain contact after the receiver has moved beyond a point that is even with the defender. Again, looking at it, that is why it was called. And it's kind of one of those, by the books, it is called, right? He's no longer even with the defender at this point. So you do see why this was a penalty, but it's also like, man, feels like you could call this on a lot of different plays. Feels like these don't always get called. At the same time, though, it's by the rule, it's a penalty. So this is kind of, to me, perfectly one that you can complain about if you're a Eagles fan for being ticky-tacky, but at the same time, it's relatively easy to not put yourself in this position to begin with. Kansas City might get a call or two, right? So don't put yourself in this position to begin with. That's kind of how I view it. I don't think it's a big conspiracy, just like I don't think that because they changed the room number in The Shining that Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing, right? I just think it's, sometimes these things happen. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. And also, I should mention, they fumbled anyway, so, didn't end up being a big deal.